Auxiliary equipment and maintenance work. Other auxiliaries: fresh water generator. Fresh water generator is device on ship for production of fresh water from ocean water for domestic and auxiliary functions, which is a vital demand on board ship. Fresh water produced from fresh water generator is used for drinking, cooking, washing and even running other important machinery which use fresh water as a cooling medium. The crew consumes an average 100 liter per head per day. In a steam ship, the boiler consumption may be as high as 30 tons per day. Pure water produced on ships generally using two principles or method: distillation and reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is normally used in passenger ships where large quantities of water is consumed. Here the working principle of the freshwater generator that works on the basis of the distillation principle that is very common in cargo ships. What is distillation? Distillation is the method of production of pure water from seawater by evaporating and recondensing. Distilled water is made as a result of evaporating ocean water either by a boiling or a flash process. Various types of fresh water generator which are mainly used on ships are: submerged tube type, plate type, reverse osmosis plant. Working principle. The basic principle of all low-pressure freshwater generators is that the boiling point of the water can be reduced by reducing the pressure of the surrounding atmosphere. Water can be boiled at low temperatures by maintaining a low pressure, say 50 degrees Celsius. The heat source for the freshwater generator could be waste heat rejected by main engine jacket cooling water. Hence, boiling can take place at about 40 to 60 degrees Celsius by using energy from a heating coil and by reducing pressure in the evaporator shell. The main body of a fresh water generator on the ship consists of heat exchanger, distillate pump, ejector pump, air brine ejector, salinometer, demisters or mesh separator. Heat exchanger. Evaporator. It is used to boil off the seawater at lower temperature with the help of vacuum created inside the fresh water generator shell. Condenser. It uses the seawater to cool down and condense the steam to achieve distilled water. A fresh water pump or distillate pump. It is used to supply the generated fresh water to ship's fresh water tank by taking the suction from fresh water generator. Ejector pump. It is used to supply pressurized water to the ejector for creating vacuum. It also supplies cooling water to condenser to cool the fresh water vapors. Air brine ejector. It is used to remove accumulated brine and salts deposits from the generator and create necessary vacuum. Salinometer. It is connected to the distillate output just before the solenoid-operated three-way valve. It is used for measuring the ppm of fresh water produced, which is generally 1 to 2 ppm. Demisters. This is used to separate seawater droplet from the steam vapor. A demisters is a thickened layer of mesh structure, fitted in between the evaporator and the condenser element. Fresh water generator uses heat from main engine jacket cooling system, which often cooling the engine passes through evaporator to evaporate the seawater feed into it. But the jacket cooling water temperatures available is about 70 to 80 degrees Celsius, whereas boiling of water is 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. So in order to evaporate seawater at 70 degrees Celsius, we need to reduce pressure. This is done by creating vacuum inside chamber. That seawater get evaporated below 100 degrees Celsius, and also vacuum helps to evaporate easily. This vacuum is created by air or brine ejector. Now, the evaporated seawater passes through demisters which scrubs off seawater droplets from water vapor. Unevaporated water or particles is discharged as brine. By means of a combined air or brine ejector, this vapor passes through the condenser which condense the vapor and get collected at the bottom, which is transferred to fresh water tank, where it is passed through salinometer and controlled by three-way solenoid valve. The feed rate to the evaporator is fixed at the feed inlet to the evaporator by the orifice plate throughout the entire process. If the salt content of the produced water is high, the solenoid valve diverts the fresh water to the shell side of the freshwater generator and emits an alarm signal.